What have we been doing since quarantine? I've been pretty productive actually. Done a whole lot of yard work. Gonna get rid of some weeds, lay some topsoil, probably plant some new bushes. You know, I've been doing this for years.
On today's YouTube lesson, we'll show all you beginners how to get rid of weeds, lay topsoil, and plant some new bushes. Let's get started, mate.
Got it. Talk to my neighbors about yard work. Let me know if you ever need any help. I've been doing this for a while. I go shopping for tools to do yard work. Yeah, a lot of yard work. Spending a lot of great quality time with the kids. Hey, what y'all doing up there? Hey, sit down. Hey! Hey! Stop running. You can't. Don't make me come up there. Sit down. Yeah, it's so fun. So fun. It's just little angels. Do you watch any games? Oh, absolutely. I watch all the reruns on YouTube. I watched Bama's 09 championship, 11 championship, 2012 championship, 2015, 17. Yeah, just on and on and on. I even saw 92. Didn't even know that was on the internet. I wonder if they got 19, 25, and 26 on there. They got it. They really got it on here. I'll watch that later after I finish my yard work. I did a Zoom call with my job. That was something. Hey, can y'all hear me? I'm here. Hey, why is everybody talking? Just mute everybody. Just mute us. How did he do that? How do I change my background like that? Hey, come change my background. Yeah, I want to look like I'm in Coach Bryant's office. I've had time to binge watch a few new shows. I know she fed her husband to those Tigers. Oh, I've been communicating with other fan bases on Twitter. Shut up, stupid. You don't know nothing. We would have beat them with Colt in the game. Let's see you win another one without Joe Burrow. And I don't understand a word your coach is saying. He will not retire next year. Why don't you retire your face? Exclamation point, laughing tears emoji. Had time to print some new t-shirts. Just a few new designs that are available exclusively at runtheball.com. And I've been exercising to stay in shape. 9, 10. Whew, that's enough for this week. So yeah, that's about it. Look, I'm prepared for the long haul. I don't care how long this thing lasts. As long
We live? Yeah. Strick City. Woo! Strick City. All over the world.
Strick City, man, we live. Yo, Strick City on the ride. Yo, look like surprise. Yo, taking your city like we live. Yo, man, we live. Yo, taking your city like surprise. Yo, on the ride. Yo, Strick City coming live. Yo.
Service. I got a show for you today. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all are ready. It's your boy DJ Strick, and I'm ready for a big show. What's up, Val? You know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming in. I know you. And I got my hands in my face for a reason, and I hope you can see it. I'm just flexing a little bit. Hey, can you see my hands in my face? Hey, you see that?
Really
You see
strict.
that? Huh?
Did you earn that? Where'd you get that from?
Huh?
Where'd you get that from?
You see that?
Where'd you get it from?
Hold on, let me just do it this way.
You're blanking.
No, since I got, you know what I'm saying, I got an Alabama fan, you know what I'm saying, with us today. I had to kind of show my colors. You know what I'm saying? Bring my Auburn ring out. I don't normally wear it. I haven't worn it in years, but you know, sometimes there's certain situations you just have to kind of let people know.
Flex. No,
Yeah,
what?
you gotta let them know. You gotta pull out the ring. My camera's
That
not gonna
you
focus,
sat on the
but
bench and got a ring for free?
no. I put in a lot of hard work to get this ring. I
Oh,
wouldn't call
okay.
a lot of the guys' names, but that's not gonna help you. But I put in a lot of hard work to get this ring. Now, I do want to say this, I made a mistake this week.
Okay.
Tuesday, I never paid the winner of our contest. Like I'm being honest
Oh
with you.
no, Strick.
So we have to double up. I picked the winner. I just never cashed app them. So I might have to do it twice. Can you please give the rules for the cash app for us real quick?
Okay, y'all, it is very simple. And if you guys have seen this show before, you already know what I'm about to say. Share this video, share, and drop your cash app. At the end of this video, Strick is going to choose a winner
I'm
tonight.
gonna do
Two
it tonight. I
winners
promise
tonight.
you.
Yes. So share this video as much as you want to, and be sure to drop your cash app, and you could be a winner. You never know; it could be $5, it could be $2, it could be $10. But hey, it's more money than you had before you got on this live. So share this video, and you could be a winner.
Hey, listen. Hey, I don't know why people are like this. My man Sniper and Daryl. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all going in on me already? Sniper already know I got the ring. Sniper, you know, and Daryl, man, it's Auburn University ring, brother. I was there. I promise you I was there. Like,
He was there sitting on the bench, shining up the helmets for everybody else, and he got a ring for that. That's what's up, Strick. I'm proud of you for that, homie. Big up.
I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very
Yeah.
much. All right, so
But
this is
shout
what we're
out to
gonna do.
everybody
Hey,
that's
you
huh?
mind go ahead and giving us a rundown? I know you're gonna do the introduction so well for me today. Can you introduce our guest for today?
Yes, I am excited to interview our guest for today. I actually caught one of his lives a few days ago, and I have to quote him. He said, the word activist, the key word in activist is action. And that is exactly what this man is about. He is born and raised here in Birmingham, Alabama, went to J.O. Jackson Olin High School, graduated from Stillman, pledged Kappa Alpha Psi. Hey, Indy, how you doing? And he's here on the call with us today. Y'all, you know his name. It's been all over the news all this week. But if you didn't know him, you know him now. Run the ball with us tonight with Funny Man, Jermaine Johnson. What's up, Funny Man?
There
How
he
you
What's
doing?
going
is,
on, y'all?
my
The intro,
dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
you did that.
I've been doing my homework on you, man. I've been doing my homework.
Hey, do me
Yeah,
this
it's been a
one
lot of
favor.
people doing that this week.
Hey, I need some
True.
help really quick, and this is some housekeeping. Prophet, I think if you can mute your phone, I got my man Prophet on. He's gonna be coming on with us in just a minute. If you can mute your phone for me. Um, I was hearing some background stuff, and I got a couple of notes. There you go. That it was kind of loud, so we want to go ahead and get that together so we can have a great show with Jermaine Funnymaine Johnson in the building.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's such a pleasure to have you on the Strick City Live show. My dude, man, you decided that you were tired of quarantining. You know what I'm saying? Is that what that is? Like you just wanted something else to do? Like you wasn't
Nah,
happy just
man,
being at home doing the lawn? What's
nah,
up,
man.
man?
I just decided I got tired of stuff that was holding us back, man, and I struck a match, and I love it. I love every minute of it.
Mm.
Well, that's what's up, man. So you have definitely put yourself out there big time as far as being an activist. You know, people don't know that you are a comedian. Like they need to know that. Like the funny man ain't just a nickname. Like you are a comedian, right?
Right. Been in the game 15 years now, man. It is what it is. I guess I've always been an activist, but in my own way, it was probably a little more quiet way than more quiet method than this week. But I've always, had a heart for the community for sure.
That's what's up, man. And you've been in the community for a long time. Actually, one
Hmm.
of the host of Evening Drive with Jams for a long time in the city. How
Right,
long
right.
did you actually do? That was some years, like 4 or 5 years doing that.
No, I got my first start in 2007, and I left. So I was on jams from 2012 to 2019. So I guess that if my math is right, I think that's 8 years total.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a long time, man.
It
And
it,
and
flew,
in
it flew by though, man.
I know it can, because being on the radio, man, can be a little intoxicating. I promise you, I know that for a fact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So how was it
Well,
before the quarantine? You were actually traveling a lot too, as far as doing shows all over the country. How was it actually getting a little steam behind your name and starting to roll with people who were very familiar with you around the country and not just here in Birmingham? How was that for you?
Oh man, it was a blessing. We were just about to kick off the tour, and then COVID hit. Man, the tour was supposed to start in late March, so we've been locked down ever since then. But as soon as we can, we'll be back out on the road. Bringing laughs to cities all over the country.
yeah, off the couch tour.
Hey.
Yes. So, okay, I've been doing my research on you, and I've
Mhm.
noticed that already actually in November 2010 with the $2 Tuesdays. And,
Yeah.
and you put up a post saying that in November 2018 you went from barely getting people to show up to selling out shows. What was that experience like and the growth that you had to go throughout that time? Excuse me.
Yeah, that actually that was a post I made because we had sold out a show in November 2018
Hmm.
in Tuscaloosa at the Bama Theater down there, and the 2010 show was directly across the street,
Mm-hmm.
like directly across the street from the theater. So I went from getting 5 people if I'm lucky, on a night in 2010 to selling out the theater across the street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. As far as people gaining speed, and I've done my research. I mean, every platform you could think of, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, people are following you. They love your Alabama stuff. If people don't
Mhm.
know, when you started doing that, was it just one thing that kind of just popped off, or did you do like 5 or 6 and then one just hit? The videos. I'm gonna play one in just a second, but the videos that you
Right.
were saying how Alabama fans react to certain things. How did that start for you?
Yeah, it kind of started off. I've been a Bama fan all my life, so
Sorry to
just
hear that.
watching it.
Rose Tide.
You'll get over it. You'll get over it. But yeah, it's I was doing little skits, just being a comedian and a Bama fan for a few years, and then when I did the first How Bama Fans on the couch, it just took off. People wrapped their arms around it and they loved it, and we just kept it going.
Mhm.
That's what's up, man. Now and now it's exploded. And I just played. I think this was one of the last ones we opened with a how Alabama fans are handling the quarantine and all that. So I'm sure
Mhm.
you got plans. Did that give you an opportunity to kind of meet Coach Saban or meet any other players? Did you have opportunities to hang out with them at all?
I've met probably every player that I could ever want to meet, old and new, but
Mhm.
I've never met Coach Saban ever.
Gotcha, gotcha. You got to go
Yeah,
to the
I don't
Mer-
know how it hasn't happened, but nah, it hadn't happened.
That's what's up. You got to go to the Mercedes dealership and hang out there for a little while.
That's it.
Eat one of those cakes they got over there. He'll probably pop through there.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah, that may be the move, honestly. Yeah.
so let me ask you this question, Funny Man. You and Snipe already corrected me because I might be saying Funny Man, but it's actually Funny Maine. That's kind of a
Nice.
play off of your first name, Jermaine Johnson.
Right, right.
We have something in common. You are Opelika boy.
Hmm.
And of course, that's where I grew up at. Now I need to know. I need to know some stuff to be sure. We on the same page here. Now your last name is Johnson, so you got some kin folks still down there.
I do. I do. Got a aunt, two I'm trying to see how I word it. Like they're my grandmother's it's weird. I just call them cousins. Got some
I
cousins
got
down
you.
there.
I
Got
got
some
you.
cousins and yeah, got some nieces and nephews down there too.
That's what's up, man.
Okay.
It's a small world. So I got one of my
It is.
cousins watching right now. So big shouts out to Kevin Wallace. Thanks for watching. Alo, it's on you.
Yes. Okay, so I have a question. You're from Opelika.
Right.
Opelika,
Hey,
am I
oh
saying?
no, ma'am. You got to
It
say it
ain't that
right.
hard to
You know what I'm saying?
pronounce
It's
now.
Wait,
Opelika.
what?
You got to say it right.
Opelika,
Opa
Opa,
Opelika.
Lika.
Opa,
Like.
like Opelika, like
Opelika.
I care. I don't care. I'm not from there. I'm from Birmingham, okay? The ham, baby. Anyways, so you're from Opelika,
Mhm.
and you graduated from Stillman. How did you become an Alabama fan?
Oh, when you grow up in the state, as a youngster, usually you choose at a really young age whether it's gonna be Bama or Auburn. My mom's from Tuscaloosa, so I ain't have too much of a choice.
Gotcha.
It was gonna be Bama. Whole family from Tuscaloosa. Dad was a Bama fan, so it wasn't
Mhm.
much of a choice.
Listen,
Yeah.
I understand people have choices to make in their lives every day. You can't make all the right choices. I'm not going to hold it against you, okay?
And thank you for that. Thank you.
Hey, check this out
Okay.
now. So, something happened this week that, man, kind of
Hmm.
catapulted your life. Like you are, I was thinking about this today, Funny Man. You are a pandemic coronavirus away from a national tour to becoming
Right,
a activist.
right,
Mhm.
Coronavirus, pandemic, comedian, national tour
hmm,
ready for you, and now you're standing in front of people saying that you want this monument to come down and you want it to
hmm,
come down now. We're talking
Mhm.
about, as far as you say, in the spur of the moment, it was an idea that came up and you just had to go that direction. Could you kind of
right.
explain that, like what you were really thinking?
Man, I honestly, bro, and me and you were talking backstage that day,
Right
so that
before
was
it
fun.
happened.
Right, right, right. So it's probably your fault, but
Listen,
nah,
Uh-oh.
I
man.
had listen.
I
Blame
felt,
it on
I
me,
felt the
right?
way, man. Huh?
They're blaming on me, right?
Yeah, that's the easy thing to do. But now, man, I got a new phrase, man. I think as black people, especially with everything going on, when we feel something deeply in our heart or we have an idea that's for our people, I think that's the ancestors speaking to us. And a lot of times we silence them. But my new thing is saying, put them on speakerphone so everybody can hear what they got to say.
Mm,
And that's
Ooh,
what I did.
put them on speakerphone.
I
Listen,
like
I
that.
want to tell you something. Like I was in the audience when that happened, when you kind of make that call, and
Hmm.
your voice. I'm a voice guy. I'm a DJ guy. Voices are important over the radio, but the way you commanded the attention of the people and what you
Mhm.
actually had to say was so powerful. Now you had some choice
Right,
words, but the way you put it together, the way you put that message together was impactful. And what happened after that, I'm like, dude, like when you call for something like that and it don't happen, like there's a lot of repercussions that come behind making a
absolutely.
call for action and people don't move. But later on that night by 7:30, you had white people out there, you had black
Right,
people out there
Right.
supporting something that you have just said hours before. What was that
right.
feeling like?
As a comedian, the guy who's on stage a lot, it was normal. The message though was different, and it wasn't, ever about me. But I've been watching everything and absorbing it like everybody else, and I just felt the way, man. I felt something had to be done, or this was just gonna be another rally where we come, we hear a nice little comfortable message, and we go home and nothing gets done. But now we got the whole world talking.
And
Yes.
that is the absolute truth when you say the
Yes.
whole world is talking. Like
Hmm.
out of Birmingham, Alabama, again, everybody was talking that day about how the world was going to hear from Birmingham, but who knew
Right.
that Jermaine Funnymaine Johnson was going to lead that charge? Hey,
Right.
hey, you
Right.
had a
Right.
question that you
I
wanted to
didn't
give
know.
him?
Yes. So okay. Uh, I had to ask, dog, you put me on the spot. We were talking about something. I didn't
This
have a question
no,
dealing
no,
with
no.
this.
I
However,
did.
I
I
do
thought
have
I
a
was
question.
interrupting you. I was being sure. I thought I was
You
interrupting you.
you were, but I was into what he was saying. But I had to ask you, did you know you were gonna say that when you
I
went up
didn't.
there?
I really didn't. Like I said, I felt it, and it was forming in my head a little.
Mm,
But when you go up there and you haven't written a script or you're not on the teleprompter, you just winging it.
yeah.
So I just that was it. But I knew I was gonna try to get them over to that statue, like bring it
Hmm.
to their attention. I gave them a quick little history lesson about it, and then we sprung to action.
Can you?
Yeah.
I want to say this really quick. I got Miss Valerie Jones on. She said that she was right there with you. She just wanted to wash your mouth off with soap. And I'm sure you got that
Ah,
response from people. But
right.
people were right there with you. You said
Uh-huh.
some things that people did not know. Like I said, you set it up perfectly. But I want people to understand that are watching today that did not hear some of the history behind the monument from your
Mhm.
perspective, as far as how Birmingham did or did not play a role in the Civil War.
No, we didn't at all. And I've had a lot of people, ask me about the language, and I guess it made them uncomfortable. But I was like, yo, systemic racism should make us all way more comfortable than a four-letter word. Um, Yeah, man, the Civil War was from 1861 to 65. I think most of us know why we were fighting. Birmingham wasn't founded until 6 years after the Civil War ended. So I went and looked up, went to the library, did some research. I said, well, maybe this was a different city and they fought here. Nah, the land that Birmingham lays on, it was called Frog Level at one time, and then a portion of it was called Illiton, which everybody's still familiar with Illiton, and the area over there by Legion Field. It was built around the train tracks, but basically Birmingham was all trees and woods and snakes when the
Hmm.
Civil War happened. Nothing
Mhm.
happened
Mhm.
on this land that was pertinent to the Civil War at
Mhm.
all. The closest thing that happened was Arlington. Arlington still stands, the museum over there. You can go visit it. The person that owned it at the time, he actually let the Northern general stay at Arlington. So Birmingham actually has its little bit of Civil War history. It's for the North, for the
Mhm.
Union,
Wow.
not for the Confederacy. So it made no sense for a city that played no role in that to have a statue. And if when the statue was here, God rest his soul, on the inscription it said that it was sponsored by the Daughters of the Confederacy, the Pelham chapter.
Right.
Wow.
Y'all are from Pelham.
Wow.
Why would you put a statue in Birmingham?
Mhm.
And that's why we get into the cause of why they did it and who that organization was, who was invited to the parade in 1915 to
Hmm.
even see the big statue get put up. So yeah, it was put there as a big stay in your place monument to black people, poor people, and the like.
They just want you
Mhm.
when you walk by downtown, just remember who's in control. Just remember.
That's
Look at the
basically
monument.
what it
Just
was.
just remember
Yeah,
where you come from and what the rules are
Yeah.
around here, sir. Do you see this statue right
absolutely.
here?
And
Yeah.
and then if you think about the history of Birmingham, think about everything that statue is seen. That statue has lived through Bull Connor. That statue has lived through the civil rights movement. That statue has lived through everything that Birmingham has lived through white flight. It's lived through all the high schools that are no longer with us.
Mhm.
Only thing still standing up in Birmingham that statue in Western Hills Mall. That was it. It was the longest two standing monuments we got. And now that statue is gone.
Wow. Wow. Listen,
Okay. So.
if y'all don't do anything, y'all share this. If you're watching this today, I'm putting context behind what you've seen on the news with Jermaine Funnymaine Johnson himself. And you need to understand the history of Birmingham and why pulling down those monuments was so important. So please share it so other people can see this. I think it's important. That being said, hey, I interrupted you, and I want you to get an
You're
opportunity to
fine.
ask a question as well. And if you're out here and you have a question, Valerie, I know you got a question. Please put them in the comments, and I'll ask the questions as well. Go ahead, A.
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, you're more than just a funny man, more than just you're educated. Okay. And this is what people need to see. You actually know what you're talking about. Did you know when you said that you would start a movement that actually like went across the nation? There are other country cities now who are pulling down their Confederate like monuments, even if the Confederacy had something to do with it. They're being taken down now, all because of what started right here with your words that day. Like, did you have
Well,
any idea?
no, I really didn't. I don't have that. I didn't have that type of foresight with this. I
Mhm.
didn't even know what was gonna happen after the speech. So nah, I didn't know. But it's beautiful, and that's the thing
Yes.
about social media and the energy of this young generation. When they see a good idea, it's not considered copying. They like, nah, we gonna do it in honor of what you started. We're gonna make a movement out of it. This ain't us copying your idea. Like we're gonna make a movement. So I've seen in Virginia, they're trying to get them down in Oxford, Mississippi.
Right?
Even down in Montgomery, they got Robert E. Lee. Nashville trying to get one down. So
Wow.
it's spreading, and I think
Yes.
that's a statement in 2020 that we're tearing down the old ways of thinking.
Oh,
That
yeah, that's good.
That being said, let me take you guys to the aftermath, the day after a conversation with Funny Maine and JJ Pruitt of Fox 6.
We've been faking it. We've been faking it for too long. We smile in each other's face at church, at work, and then we leave and then we support stuff like this. And they think I'm the villain? You don't think this is the villain? You think I'm the villain? I'm tired. I know I'm on the side of righteousness. I know that. I prayed about this. I didn't have a speech prepared at that part. I did not have a speech prepared when I got out here. I didn't know what I was doing. I never took down a statue in my life. But I was convicted. I said, this thing has got to come down. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I want to love my white brothers and sisters. I told them that. I want to love them. There was a guy out here who was in favor of the monument. They tried to beat him. I protected him. There's video. I literally put my arms around and said, y'all can't hurt him. We just disagree, but you can't hurt him. That happened last night. He'll come forward. Eventually, he'll tell the story. Yeah. I did that. I'm on the side of righteousness. It's got to go. I'm tired of faking it. I can't sit in church with y'all no more talking about, we worship the same blue-eyed Jesus, and then you treat us like we're less than. And then you brag about a constitution and say we're all created equal. I'm tired. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
If I got a doubt for it, that's it.
All right.
It is what it is.
Man, powerful. This is the day after. And what happened, to put it in context, the monument that night trying to take it down. After that, we're probably about 12 o'clock at night. People started to loot downtown Birmingham, busting windows out, just kind of ransacking the place. No real purpose, but just really being knuckleheads. And then you get blamed for that because of what you did earlier that day.
Right.
And what we saw was you're explaining, hey, this is the part that I play. I tried to stop it. I thought I had a picture. Now, there is a picture. I can't confirm. There's a picture of you with the guy. He had on a red shirt that night. And you're actually embracing this guy, trying to stop everybody else from attacking him. The emotions of all that and the backlash, how have you been able to handle the backlash of what happened?
Oh man, I let them talk. I let them talk, man. I don't read comments. My last post, because I have friends that tell me, man, these people just getting under my skin in the comment. I'm like, bro, I stopped reading comments a long time ago.
That's
You know,
good.
that's what they want you to do. They want you to engage. They want you to be upset. I don't give them that. I've learned not to read them, and I don't.
So this is something that you said that I thought was so powerful. You said I prayed about it, and I know I'm on the side of righteousness.
Mm.
Where's that confidence really come from?
Come from God.
Yeah.
It come from God, man. I learned to let him speak. I learned to hear him, more clearly. I learned, when I need to separate myself, when I need to pray or meditate. So yeah, it comes from him, and it comes from a genuine place of really loving people. That's one thing, people have seen from me over the years, but they're gonna see it, for years to come. It's like, wow, that dude really loved people, man. Like
Yes.
I just got a heart for people.
And that's
Yes.
what's
And
up.
you.
And it's evident, from what happened. I am encouraged, and I
Mm.
want you to be encouraged because I know there's a lot of backlash from this, or a lot of blaming
Right.
that you have taken because of
Mm.
this moment. And man, we support you. We
Yes.
support
Thank
you
you. Thank you.
wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You could tell those folks as they come to you, tell them, man, well, Strick told me to tell y'all to have a Coke and a smile and shut up because what you've been able to lead has been phenomenal,
Right.
and it affected not only Birmingham but the whole nation. So thank you
Yes.
Right.
for an opportunity for even coming on here talking about this stuff because I want people to know there's a real person behind this. People get
Right.
uncomfortable in
Absolutely.
situations that they can't control, or no, let's let it go on like it's not hurting anybody, but it is hurting people. We
Mm,
just don't know it, or we're not reacting to the real hurt of what our past is in Birmingham. So, dude, I want you to know that.
right. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
So
Yes. Okay.
this is what I want to do
So
right now. I know it's heavy, eh? I know it's heavy,
I,
right?
I was trying to lighten it. I was finna lighten it. So back to the funny man stuff. You have met Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart a few times, Hannibal
Right.
Buress, Roy Wood Jr., Chris Rock, Ricky Smiley, Lil Duval, and Cedric the Entertainer. I could go on and on. Out of
Right.
all of those comedians that you met, who has been like the most, I don't know, like when you met them, like they just gave you some inspiration. Like, I mean, tell me about, first of all, I can't even believe that you met all those people. I'm a comedian fan. Like, my
Yeah.
favorite is Eddie Murphy. Oh my God, I love Eddie.
You're not
But
old enough to
anyway,
like
like,
Eddie Murphy.
wait,
Yeah.
what?
So you're not old enough to like Eddie Murphy.
Well,
Oh.
I'm not as old as you, Strick,
Got
but
you.
yes, I know all about my raw, delirious, all that stuff. Don't come. Wait, is that Martin Lawrence? But yeah. Anyways, yes. So I, like
No,
I said,
you
I
got
love.
it right. Raw and delirious. You good?
Thank you, sir. So out of
That's
all
what's
the
up.
people that you've met, who has been like the most influential to you?
Oh, they've all been pretty good, but at the top of the list is easy. It's Roy Wood, man. My dog,
That's
Roy
what's
Wood
up.
Jr.
Birmingham.
Somebody who's just respected in the industry amongst comedians, like coast to coast. It don't matter if I'm in LA, New York, Atlanta. You mention Roy, you good.
Yeah.
And but I was young in my career and traveling to LA. Roy, they say leave the door open for the next one. He literally left the door open. Like he let me stay crash at his crib in LA. Saved a lot of money doing that. And he's
Mm.
just been awesome, man. He's never too busy to, reach out, give you an inspiring word, and he's the same dude every day. So it's
Yeah.
it's Roy for sure, and that's why I got him on the wall with everybody else in my house, all the comedians.
Yeah. Okay, and also too, I have to ask you this because I saw that you were Stillman's drum major back
Yeah.
in the day. Can you still do any of those little
Oh Jesus.
the hop
No,
Uh,
and
no,
the like?
Back
hold on.
then, I don't know. I hadn't
Hold
tried
on,
back
A.
then
Hey, hold on. Hey,
in a
nobody
long
told me
time.
about Funny Maine being no drum major. I ain't heard that. Hold on.
But
Let
you
me let
did
me
it
just let me do it.
recently.
Let me do a timeout real quick, cause I'm about to go to Big Prophet's house and pull out his microphone. He's over there sounding like Darth Vader. Prophet, what are you doing to the microphone, man? Golly.
What I
You were killing
You
us.
still
Your
here?
mic is like you were just breathing
Oh,
in the
I
mic.
was
Sound
killing
like
you.
Darth Vader over there.
Hey, listen, man, everybody can't afford that $1 million mic you got sitting there. It look like something off the Breakfast Club you got sitting there. That's a very nice mic there, brother. Funnymaine, what's happening?
Prophet, what's going on, big bro?
What up, man? Hey, look, what's cracking? Funnymaine, listen, I got a few questions tonight. Don't you cut me off either, Strick. Listen, hey, them pictures on the wall behind you, what that back up, man? With that suit on?
I can barely see. That's Red Fox. That's Chris,
Okay,
Chris Rock,
okay,
Martin, Roy Wood, and Richard
okay.
Pryor there. You got Kevin Hart on this side. You got Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, and Richard Pryor on that side. And,
Okay.
I got 3 more I'm about to add. Then I'm going to put in my projector screen. I just moved into this house in like January, so I ain't really did everything I want to do. But yeah, I want to be surrounded by, good comedic energy.
Greatness. Hey, listen, man, I just want to commend you, first of all, man, for what you've done. Thank you for taking the lead. And I know it's a lonely place sometimes, man, just, all of the backlashes DJ Strick talked about. And I just want to let you know, though, you wasn't by yourself, man, because I actually took my car and I had them bungee straps and I tried to pull it down, man, but I didn't realize you needed some stronger cord than the bungee straps. So,
man,
just kidding.
Bro, I tell you, he had no idea, man. That statue, I know it represented some terrible stuff and it had a terrible history. But shout out to the engineers of that thing, man. They built that thing, bro.
Yeah.
It didn't stand up for 115 years for no reason. Like, that was some fine masonry work right there.
Wow. And on that note, man, I just want to ask this. Now, I was listening to your podcast the other day, and you was beginning to speak about, and I could kind of have it a little twisted, so I just want to get some clarity about the funding and the things that goes into doing something like that. It seems like you did a lot of your homework as well, either the before or the aftermath of it, as to what it takes to monetarily fix an issue like that, or whatever you were saying. Kind of clear up what you were saying in that.
Well, I thought you were talking about the funds that we were raising for the businesses that got
okay.
Was that what you're talking about?
That as well, yes.
So it was actually two things. Funds were raised for the city to pay for the lawsuit if the state attorney general sued the city, and then funds were raised for the businesses that were vandalized that night. So it was two things.
Right.
Did you have a hand to play in both of those?
No. I can't take any credit for the legal fee thing, man. By the time I learned about it, they were supposed to raise $25,000. By the time I learned about it, they was up to $40,000. I was like,
wow.
I did something else because the city showed out, man. They really wanted that symbol of hatred and separation gone.
Down. Well, I definitely appreciate your passion, man, and thank you, man, for coming through Strick City Live, man, hanging out with us. Of course, we've always loved you, man, and supported you through the years and known you to be there. And we just look forward to see greatness, man, come from you, man. We right here with you. We right here with you. Thank you.
Bro.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Love you, man. Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
Go ahead, Strick. I'm giving up the mic.
Hey, please, Prophet, do me a favor. They are killing you in the comments right now. They are killing you.
Hey,
they said,
tell
come on. No,
smile, Strick.
No. Miss Taylor said we can hear Prophet's inner thoughts coming through his mic.
Tell them to lead the joke to Funnymaine. How about
listen,
that?
She said Prophet's got to have, does he have a baby pig at his house? They're killing you right now with that mic. Please mute your mic.
Tell them thanks, though. I appreciate that. We know we love our fans, for sure. Hey, Funnymaine, so how did it feel? How did it feel, man, for people when you said that, you being a comedian, for them not to take that as a joke and not act on it that way? How did that whole thing play out for you?
Man,
for you to see them take you serious in that moment?
Yeah, I think I was definitely serious. But actually, if you go back and look at both speeches, one at Kelly Ingram and other at Lynn, there was still some comedic aspects to it. I just couldn't help it, but I was dead serious. So I think they clearly got the message.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Man,
switching up the subject again, I see that you are a Saints fan. So, I have to ask you, what do you feel about Drew Brees' recent comments?
I won't be supporting him, man. I'll be a Saints fan forever. But if he
Mhm.
gets sacked, I won't feel away. You know, it's that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like Drew, what were you thinking, man? No, I know what he was thinking, but I'm glad he got it out of, got it off his chest so I could really know that. But he's done stuff in the past, aligned himself with different political figures, and I try not to, I give people a long rope with that because you got the right to choose who you want to choose. But when you can't see what the whole world is saying, the
Yeah.
whole world is protesting, and you still think that they're kneeling because of a disrespect to a flag. No, they're
Mhm.
mm,
kneeling to cause to really make America great again by making people acknowledge a lot of the systemic issues that we have. I was
Yeah.
very
mm.
disappointed in him.
Wow. Wow.
So
I had
so
to
let me
ask that.
let
Well,
me
I'm
do
not a
this.
Saints fan, but yeah.
Let me do this one more time. I got to do some housekeeping. And if you'll go through the comments, because a lot of people are saying a lot of things, I want to shout out Seven Latrice, B. Brian. Big shouts out to you, sir.
Me.
Big,
Uh,
that's my dog, man. Y'all check out the new podcast.
I want you to tell us about this in just 1 second, but Prophet, do me a favor. Mute your mic. This
Wow.
is the
It's
last
He's
time I can
muted.
say you.
it's not muted.
It's not muted. You're killing me.
It's not muted. Yeah, not muted. But shouts out to my
Hold
niece
on.
Cadence who's watching in Atlanta. I love you, baby. Shouts out to my brother. Shouts out to Lay Lay Snipers in the building. King West is in the building. Shouts out to Big Will. Shouts out to Nadia Tellis. Shouts out to everybody. Jeremy, we see you. Yes, if you're watching on my live, on my watch party, on Prophet's watch party, we appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget, share this video. Share this video. You still got a few more minutes to share this video and post your cash app, and you could be a winner. It's that
So
simple.
Did that fix
I
the Strick?
No, mute your mic. Like I don't know how else to say it. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you. I appreciate it. It sounds so much better now. Hey, Miss Carrie Pruitt, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for watching us tonight.
yes.
Frank, thank you for watching. JJ, thank you for watching. We got the list goes on. And I know, Funny Man, you was about to say something and I stopped you and I apologize. I just had to do a little housekeeping on that mic situation.
oh no, it was nothing. It was nothing special. Just a little corny joke. That's all.
Well, that's what's up, man. Now you had an opportunity. So not only were you on Jams, but you were on with one of the people that we love too, my man D Stone. You know what I'm saying? For years, y'all
Right.
kind of partnered with that, but y'all had to use
Right.
technology on that show as well, because Stone wasn't here like the whole time, right?
Well, no, he was here a lot of the time. It was just in that last year. He was out, and then I started traveling, so I was out. So yeah, we actually used to run the show from two different cities. We'd be in different cities, man, but we still kept the train rolling.
Man, I love the fact that things are moving in such a way, even in this case, 4 people,
Right.
4 different places. When I first had this idea, Alo would tell you we were going to be in the studio downtown actually doing this show. And when the
Right.
virus hit, it just, man, I can actually send somebody a link and they can come on live to the show. And it's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
different than what CNN is doing. It's no different than what Roland Martin is doing. And I
Right.
can appreciate it. And you have decided, hey, you know what? I got a voice. I want to talk. You got a podcast that you're doing with B. Brian. Tell us about that podcast you got coming up.
Man, I had this idea for a podcast just so long. Again, it was just on my heart. I was telling my lady, like, yeah, I just thinking about, either starting a podcast or maybe even something that could become a morning show. And she was like, hey, well, you should do something with it. Within like the next 2 days, man, B. Brian called me out of the blue. I didn't have a conversation with him. He said, man, you ever thought about doing a show, a podcast? I said, bro, that's all I've been talking about. And, we sat down, kind of got the details ironed out. And this morning was our very first show. It's the We Got Bills podcast.
That's what's up.
I like that.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations, like all around,
Thank you, thank
brother.
you, thank you.
Yeah,
That's what's
Yes,
up.
man.
We Got
Yeah,
Bill's
we had.
podcast. Where can they
I
actually
like that.
find it? I know Funnymaine. Actually, it's your
Mhm.
whole name that you actually use, Jermaine Funnymaine Johnson. Is that like
Right.
for all your platforms? They can just go there and they can see everything. How can they get the
Well, if they
podcast?
want if they want that podcast, just search "We Got Bills" on Facebook, and we'll pop up.
That's what's up. I got somebody. Miss Latrice said she loves this live show. She's actually watching it on her TV. And ma'am, I want to
Okay.
tell you that I was born to be on a television. Let me do it this way. Just it's me and you right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in your
He
house.
put us on the screen.
Thank you for watching. All right. Without further ado, it's all about, you know what I'm saying, my dude right here. He's doing some major thing. What's next for you? What's next?
Man, what's next is getting back into the community, man. We're gonna take all this energy. That's why I was out there with the people today. You know, just encouraging brothers and sisters, man, to keep the fight. The energy is there, man. Whatever we started, that Sunday or whatever got started with all these protests and that unfortunate murder, by the police. They're keeping the energy going, man. I heard a lot of passion out there today. And today was different, man. That crowd was different because that was a totally Birmingham crowd. Like that was all the neighborhoods looked like they were represented today, and it was just beautiful. It was peaceful. They were just ready. So now we're actually identifying laws and policies here in the city that are affecting or stopping change as far as better schools, less crime, more loans, more homeowners, all of that stuff. We're literally right now identifying all of it, and we're going to get that information back out to the people to teach and educate them. We're about to partner up with Woke Vote to get people registered, and
Yes,
not only registered, but understanding who and what they're voting for and
yes,
how these things, affect them. Because we usually think about the executive branches of government, the mayor, the governor, the president. We got that on lock, but now we're about to get them back and learn all three branches and let them know who's affecting their lives every day here on the local level.
Man,
yes,
that's what's up, man. I'm
yes.
so encouraged by this conversation. I've
Mhm.
heard like part of your message where you were kind of apologizing for some of the things that came out in the aftermath, and I'm like, dude, you
Right,
can't apologize for change. I knew where your
Mhm.
heart
right,
was
right,
because people they could be so mean that you
Mhm.
feel like, hey, if I offended you, I'm sorry. But the outcome
right.
of
Mhm.
this, not only for the people that don't have to see that monument anymore, but now partnering with Dewana Thompson with Woke Vote. Man, me too.
Right.
I'm
Mhm.
with you on that. Like,
Shout
what
out
Yes,
to
can we do
Warner, man.
together?
yes.
Yeah.
And she said in the comments, my future president, Miss Dewana Thompson, she said, keep going and we got your back. And I believe
Yeah,
her.
she
Yeah.
know when she called, man, I just light up. When we met a few years back for a program,
Mhm.
and just the work that she does, man, I just love her heart, everything about her. But yeah, man, we really ready to roll. Like I did apologize. What I apologized for was hijacking their program. I got a lot of
Mhm.
friends that work with the city
Mhm.
that took the time out to put on that program. And even though we got the right stuff accomplished, I did hijack their program because they put me up
Mhm.
there for one thing, I did another. So I apologize to them for that. What I'm not gonna apologize about is the looters and the rioters because I didn't have nothing to do
Nothing
with
to
that
do.
at all. And I'm not gonna apologize for being passionate and maybe using some language that people aren't used to, but I meant what I said. And so those two things I will not be apologizing for ever. It's not that I'm not humble, but I just not gonna do it. I said what I said, and that's how it is going forward. Um, but yeah, I did. I had some good friends, so I wanted to reach out to them and to the mayor and let them know. I hijacked your program. That's not cool.
That's
Yes.
what's
Well,
up,
Miss
man.
Latrice said we appreciated the hijacking of the program.
Yeah, Latrice, I apologize, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Well, I think an apology, not really an apology, but maybe a concession is in order right now from an Alabama fan to an Auburn fan. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, I could get Funnymaine to say something about what happened in the Iron Bowl last year.
Uh-oh.
I still have a little time to kind of gloat over the fantastic win that my Tigers had over the Tide.
Right,
You know, the better team in Alabama are on the plains right now. And I think
right,
that's going to be years to come. You're going to see, if we ever get a new coach, you're going to see that happen over and over and over again because it's just a better team down
right.
there than what's at Tuscaloosa. You know, I
Hey,
hadn't
if
had this
you feel that
opportunity.
way, but man, shout out to all the football players in the state, man, all of our young black athletes.
Yes.
Some of them are taking a stand too. I'm so proud of them for they compete and we have fun with it, but at the end of the day, those are our young black brothers, man. I support them all. I even call heat when I supported Auburn verbally during that Final Four run, man. They beat four of the blue bloods of basketball: Kentucky, North Carolina, and Duke. Or was it Kansas? One or two. So, that just don't happen. And then they got on me, you ain't a real Bama fan, this and that. I said, look, man, I support young black brothers when they doing their thing, and that's just the way it is. So, Auburn and Alabama are cool, but it's all about my young brothers.
Gotcha.
That's what's up, man. Dude,
Roll Tide.
this has been for me a great night for you to come through and kind of hang out with us.
Right.
When people are
Yes.
Absolutely.
nice to you, man, you got to be grateful because they don't have to be nice to you. We got a lot of
Right.
partners that support us right now. My man Russ and urbanham.com support us. They're partners of
Urban
ours.
Ham, man. Big
BMO,
Russ, what up? Russ, Chocolate, what up,
there
y'all?
you go. BMO from BMO Apparel. You know, he always hooks me up with, and I'm going to show my t shirt tonight.
Oh, so that's why I got to get my hands on some of that.
Yeah,
BMO, I
yeah.
love
BMO
Got
support
mine
Apparel.
black
on
business.
too, Strick.
Be more
Got
apparel.
mine
He
on.
definitely hooks up. You got yours on too, Prophet. That's what's up. Listen,
I got it
these
on.
people, I'm all with collaboration right now. Funnymaine.
Mhm.
Anybody we can collaborate with, we need to do it. The one thing that I feel
Right,
like makes Atlanta different from us is they decided to work together. You know, there's
Yes.
no reason why we have to allow you to go to LA and blow up and then say, oh, that's my friend, that's my boy. Like,
right,
you're our boy right
right,
now, whether you're in
Yeah.
Birmingham or LA, because it's going to
right.
eventually happen. But why not love you now? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Right.
Why wait?
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
big,
so I hope everybody heard that. So yeah, man, that's how I feel. Support local black business, support black business in general. They talking about that blackout the other day, man. We need to black out for a year. Stop wearing
Mm.
all this Gucci, Louis. It's cool, but let's see how it would look if just for a year, man. We just supported nothing but black labels and just
come on,
rocked it. You know what I'm saying,
come
for a
on.
whole year. Let's see what kind of change we could get if we did that.
I like
Mm.
that. I like that. And
I
finding
love
those
it.
black businesses. There's a lot
Love
of
it.
them. And there's some people that are putting together the list of black businesses. And we're going to do our
Hmm.
job here to actually give that information to people who you can support. Now, I'm not talking about any other business. People will say, well,
Mhm.
what about my business or what about this? What we need to do is change our whole culture mindset
Right.
about supporting
Hmm.
one another so we can all make it
Yes.
happen. All right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
so
Well,
we're
one
going to
thing
do
we have
that.
definitely learned, funny man, is that if you say it, you can make it happen. So say the word and it can
Absolutely.
happen.
There you go.
This is just such
Absolutely.
a
Yeah,
Hmm?
yeah, that's a faith thing for sure, man. You gotta, it's one thing to believe in God, but I've transitioned to trusting in God.
Come on
A
Yes.
lot
now.
of people
Wow.
believe
Wow.
that God is up there, man. But if you believe He's up there, you gotta trust in Him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning to more and more just trust in Him and let Him lead the way.
Man, I
Yes.
love that. I love
Hey,
that.
Strick, I got an apology.
Um,
Oh,
I got an apology
okay.
for Funny Man.
Yeah, I'm all
Funny
ears.
Man,
Yeah.
I got an apology too, man. Speaking about hijacking, I want y'all to know, Y'all know I'm hooded. Funnymaine is not a chump. All right? First, he might be funny, but he's not a chump. I know that because I tried to hijack his show one time.
I'm trying to see if I even
Would you like to speak on that, Funnymaine? We're going to just leave that where it's at.
Hey, Prophet, we're going to have to leave that where it is.
Remember that because we've been around each other often. I don't even remember. So, yeah.
Good.
Hey,
Hey,
Prophet.
good. I got the apology out the way. Thank you, Strick City.
All right, thank you so very much. I tell you this, it's our time. I got to wrap it up, Funnymaine. Thank you so very much. Hold what you got. We're going to come right back to you. Listen, if you guys have watched this today and you've been inspired by Funnymaine's commentary, his thoughts, his mind, and what he's done in our conversation, share this with somebody. But we are supporting DeWanda Thompson and Woke Vote. You know, so go out to their website, figure out what they're doing. There's some things that are happening, some movements that are happening that we want you to be aware of. Also, I want you to be safe out there. All right?
Yes.
Continue to wear your mask. I want you to go out at appropriate times. If you want to protest, listen to what the mayor is saying and do it the right way. That being said, thank y'all so very much for hanging out with your boy, DJ Strick. We got some more coming up. I have a big week next week. I got a Tyler Perry actress coming to the show. It's going to be fun. And then I also have like one of Birmingham's own #1 Billboard artists coming to the show as well. Man, I love what I do. It's Strick City Live.
We live? Yeah. Strick City. Woo! Strick City. All over the world. Strick City. Man, we live. Yo.